Hi everyone, welcome to Personal Best. These are my top 10 Indigenous players over the last 25 years. My number 10 is Michael Magic McLean from Footscray and the Brisbane Bears. He won the BNF in 1991 and 1993. He's in the Indigenous Team of the Century. He's coaching up in Darwin now, and he gives back to a lot of the Indigenous guys back up in Darwin that he in the community and all that kind of stuff. And so he's my number 10.
Looking for Merritt, all swoop at the back, can't mark. The ball hits the deck. Merritt tries to get his boot to it. Here's McIver, clever hand pass, well played by Michael McLean. Now he hooks it around the corner, and I think McLean's kicked the goal here. Yes.
My number 9 is Mickey O'Loughlin from Sydney Swans. He was a Rising Star nominee in 1995. He won the Bob Skilton Medal in 1998. He was All-Australian in 1997 and in 2000. He was the leading goalkeeper for the Sydney Swans in 2000, 2001 and 2008. He's got a great number 19, which I'm sure he's out there like that number. And he's just one of the great forwards of the game.
Goes for O'Loughlin. Did everything but hold the mark. It's a goal! Oh, a miracle from Magic O'Loughlin. Swans are back in front. He meant it.
My number 8 is Nicky Wimmer from the St Kilda Football Club. He won Mark of the Year in 1992. He was All-Australian in 1991 and 1995. I think when he lifted his jumper up at Vic Park against Collingwood, really started the change in our racism at that time, and it changes it around not just Indigenous players but Australian-wide as well.
Across to Austin Jones. Jones kicked towards the half-forward line. No one there. Edwards gives it away. Oh, loose at Crumble. Winmar comes in and he'll bend it round for a goal.
My number 7 is Jimmy and Phil Cracker from the North Melbourne Football Club. I couldn't split the brothers up, but they were great footballers for the North Melbourne Football Club. The things that they did on field and especially off field as well. But we'll start with the on-field, just the way they played with each other. One guy will give the hand pass out just into open space, and the other brother will run onto it and kick a goal out of nowhere. They'll get into a fight, the other brother will stick up for the other brother, so that's good. And just on the side with Phil, he ran an Indigenous program over here in Melbourne. The Indigenous program that I came across for when I was a 15-year-old to start with, so I would thank Phil for that, because he probably got me to where I am now with that program, so I would thank Phil.
14 points and the Swans 22 points. There's a chance for 10 if he could. There he goes, Jimmy Cracker again. Watch him ever go at those goals. That's a good ball. They're doing it well, North. They're backing it well. McCann tops it over there to Phil Cracker. And watch this bloke go again. A running shot for goal by Phil Cracker, and it's a goal.
Reece Jones over the head of Wright. Not good handball. Cracker goes again. A curl to Jimmy.
My number 6 is Maurice Rioli. He played for the Brisbane Football Club. He won the Norm Smith Medal in 1982 in a losing grand final. As I said, he's made a stepping stone for the Riolis in the AFL with Dean Rioli and now the gun Cyril Rioli. He brought that new freakish skill to the game. No one could catch him, no one could tackle him, and it runs in the family. No one can tackle Cyril, no one can chase Cyril, and it's just a great footballer all around.
To make sure they get the ball down, try and let the breeze do the work for them. A chance now for Rioli. Can he pick it up? Can he shoot toward goal? He goes goal. He's goal.
My number 5 is Andrew McLeod. He's such a great player. I barracked for Adelaide when I was younger. He was my role model. Just want to say sorry for him now, just because I put him at number 5. He won 2 premierships in 97 and 98 with the Crows, and 2 Norm Smith medals on them days as well. He's not just a role model just for the South Australian people, but for the Darwin and Western Australian. I grew up in Western Australia and all my life, and I barracked for Adelaide Crows, and he was my favourite player, and I got a chance to play with him, and he captained the Indigenous game up in Darwin, and we lost that game, but I still got a chance to play with my idol, which was good. And he was just such a freak. Like I said, he won them 2 grand finals off his own boot, really, and you know, and all the Indigenous guys just look up to him, and I look up to him. I still do.
In the second term, White, Clark gets it out, McLeod, this is dangerous, he runs to 50, driving kick is a goal. Andrew McLeod, sensational piece of play.
My number 4 is Peter Matera from the West Coast Football Club. He was All-Australian 91, 93, 94, 96, 97 as a wingman, I think. He was a premiership player 92 and 94. He was one of those Indigenous guys that loved to take the game on with his flair, loved to run and bounce off half-back all the way through and setting up the forward line players. He was just such a great player over at West Coast, and you know, he's my number 4, so yeah.
Eagles 3-2, the Cats, as Barnes wins it, but straight to the run of Matera from 55. He sets sail for home with a mighty kick. What a goal! He's one of the players of the year. Mansfield and Merriman at the bottom. Evans over the top. Matera somehow gets out of jail. Peter Matera, 52 metres. Pulls it back. What a magnificent kick for goal. Oh, he can fire them up.
My number 3 is Michael Long from the Essendon Football Club. He's such a great player, you know, not just on the field, but off the field, the stuff he does for Indigenous people now in the community, and just as for the long walk that he's got from, walking to the MCG in Indigenous round against Richmond. Yeah, and he just gives a lot back to the community, and just his football skills, like he's just freaky. He used to kill Carlton every chance he get. The running bounce you see where he's running down here and he kicks the goal, and I think Sauce is in the goal square and says that he touches it, but he didn't end up touching it, and it was a goal. Like, he used to just run rings around, around Carlton. But yeah, he's my number 3.
Straight down the middle, lovely kick, almost to the centre of the ground. Williams waits at the back, but it's to his opposite number, Denham. In the middle, now Michael Long. Look at this boy go. Away goes Michael Long. 50 metres out. Still going. 30 metres out. Oh, what play! It may have been touched on the line. No! One of the plays of the year.
My number 2 is Gavin Wangening from the Essendon Football Club and Port Adelaide Football Club. He was the first Indigenous player to win a Brownlow medal. He was the first Indigenous player to reach 300 games as a milestone. You know, he was one of the great players that come into the game as a young kid, and just the way he went about it off half-back flank for Essendon, and you know, all the skills that he's shown. He won a premiership with Essendon, and just like I said with all the other players, he was one of the freakiest guys that could just take the game on that no one could catch, and just one of those guys just like to set up their teammates. Was a real team player. Then shifted across to Port and captained Port Adelaide. I played a premiership with Port Adelaide as well, so yeah, he's my number 2.
Noble and Brogan, and Noble wins again, but to Wangening, who kicked a goal earlier in the quarter. Surely there'll be a score. There is. There's a major score. Port in front by a goal.
He's a freak, isn't he? This is an unbelievable goal.
All right, my number 1 is Adam Goods from the Sydney Football Club. Well, what can I say about Adam? You know, he's done everything really. He's captain Australia, captain Sydney Swans, won 2 Brownlow medals, won a premiership with Sydney Swans, won the Rising Star, probably won every medal there is nearly to be won. You know, I had a chance to play with Adam for Australia when we played Ireland over in Ireland, and he captained the side, and just the way that he goes about his footy, you know, he could play ruck, play on ball, play centre half back, play centre half forward, and still dominate wherever he plays. So he just is such a great player all around, and you know, that's why he's my number 1.
Can the Eagles get over the line? We'll know in 30 minutes' time, and we can't wait. As McVeigh gives Hall and the Swans the first chance, they are going as the Brownlow man. The Brownlow man! Adam Goods. He's got them rollicking in the eyes of the Swans fans. sense it now.